I go back to the surgeon. I get there and he looks at me blank. He's just like, you know what? We need to go in for your surgery right now. If I don't do this, we're gonna lose you. Guys. I was like, what? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the Good Skin channel. I know, long time no see. And today I thought I will update you on what's been going on exactly. And I have a live in like an hour and 30 minutes and I need to do my makeup quickly just so that I can look like a human being. And I thought it would be nice that I filmed that for you guys and just talk to you about what's been going on with me and why I have gone MIA for so long. So to begin, I'm going to moisturize my skin. This is my nighttime face cream, but I don't mind using it right now because my skin is quite dry and I need the hydration. A couple of months ago, this is in July, I was out with my friend. We were in Midrand. We went to the China City in Midrand and I went to buy some fabric. No, I actually went to find somebody to help me where to find fabric, something like that. And we were just hanging out, we were having a good time. And when we were done, I said to her, I'm super hungry, I want to eat something. Can you like stop by KFC? There was a KFC behind us. Let me just order some food, some chicken wings or something, because chicken wings, KFC chicken wings are like life. She was like, okay, cool, let's do that. And this is my friend Halima. I think you've seen her in some of my vlogs. I'm just gonna put on my sunscreen as well. I'm still using the Eucerin one. I haven't changed that as well. It was like later in the afternoon and I was coming back home. I was on the highway and I just started having stomach aches. Now, what I'm about to tell you, the story I'm about to tell you, isn't that KFC food made me sick, okay? I've had an issue like this since a while ago that I had noticed this, and it's just that I think that now this time it got quite serious and I couldn't get away with doing nothing about it. In 2016, I had the same pains. I went to the hospital for it. They did a bioscope and they had me in the hospital for about 8 days. They didn't find anything at all. And yeah, I left the hospital, I came home, I was feeling fine, and then 4 years later, boom, the problem is back. So I was having some serious abdominal pain, but I thought, maybe it's just from, why is my camera doing this? Okay, my camera needs to focus now. So I thought maybe it's just from indigestion, or maybe it's just from stress. You know, that week I was going through something quite stressful. So I brushed it off and I thought, I don't think that there's anything wrong with me. So I'm just gonna go home and I'm gonna take a nap and you know, it's gonna pass. So I got home in the evening, I think it was around 6 p.m. My skin feels good now. Why did I apply night cream during the day? Because honestly guys, there isn't really a huge difference. This one doesn't have any active ingredients. It's just a moisturizer from Estee Lauder and it's just got a lot of hydrating ingredients in there, so I can apply it during the day. Around so I'll keep looking now because my mirror is right here. I don't know what look I'm going for. I'm not exactly like being like, I don't know, crazy serious about this. I'm just gonna have a live, so I just need to look cute and put together. So I'm just gonna put on this is my primer, my green tea primer. I think you guys remember I was raving quite a bit about it in my videos a lot in 2019. So this is what I'm gonna be using. Just 2 pumps of that. Is quite good actually. It keeps my foundation on without being like making my skin dry and all of that. So I like it. So as I was saying, around 6 p.m. I get home and I decide I want a snack. You know, I want to eat something, so I decide I'm gonna make myself like a tzatziki, which is like cucumber, lemons, and yogurt, plain yogurt. So I decided I'm gonna have like a tzatziki and I'm gonna eat that, you know, because I love tzatziki, I love Greek food, so I'm gonna make that myself because I know how to make it myself. For my face, for my foundation, I want to use these two from Essence Cosmetics. So I usually mix these two because I can't get like one foundation is too light, one foundation is too dark. So to kind of have the perfect match, I mix these two together. And I'm using the creams today because like I said, my skin is like a little bit dry. So I want to use creams and it's not like I'm going anywhere that hectic where I need to apply like my nicest foundations, so I'm just gonna be using these ones. So what I do is I actually dip my brush, and I'm using the Switch Beauty one today, which is the Buffy, and I just like the way that it gets the foundation onto my skin. Which guys do you prefer? Do you prefer a beauty blender or do you prefer a brush? I prefer a brush because I get to kind of like work into my skin and focus it where I need it. So this is what it looks like when I mix it together, and the coverage is quite good. I prefer to do this. So if I'm not happy with the foundation, I basically tend to mix it up with something else. And because of the primer that I've applied, the foundation is actually going to glide onto my skin quite well. So let's go back to the story. I make my tzatziki and I eat it around 8 p.m. I decide, okay, my stomach is still sore, I'm gonna sleep, and I say to my niece, I'm gonna go to bed, I'm gonna see you later. So I go to sleep, and guys, I had the worst stomach cramps ever. And this was on Wednesday. This was on Wednesday night. This is in July, like towards the end of the month. And this is like a Wednesday, and I have like the worst stomach cramps. I feel like I'm gonna die. Thursday morning, I wake up and I'm like, okay, my stomach cramps are still there. I have a little bit of a fever. You know what? I call everybody I know. I'm like, guys, this is what's happening with me. People were like, no, drink this, do that, or lay on your stomach. Guys, you see that coverage? This is what I like. Drink warm water, drink salty water, drink sugar salt solution, I was like drinking stuff all of Thursday, trying to get my body to not be in pain, and also trying to go to the toilet, because I noticed that time that between Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I hadn't gone to the toilet at all. Like nothing, no farting, no burping, nothing was coming out of me. So I drank all this stuff on Thursday, and at night I went to bed. You know, during the day I didn't really eat that much because I couldn't like get anything down into my stomach. So in the evening I'm like, okay, let me just sleep again early. Maybe this is gonna go away. I took Buscopan. No, not Buscopan. That's a laxative. I took I can't remember the name of the medicine, but it's something that calms down the stomach. Like you have like an ulcer or like an upset stomach, I guess I would say. So I took all of that stuff and I was like, okay, this is gonna make it go away. I'm gonna be fine, and I just need to sleep, and that's gonna be it. So I sleep, and then around 10 p.m. I wake up. I'm still in pain, and the pain has gotten worse. And I'm just like, okay, let me take a shower. Maybe this is gonna help me. And it was like in the middle of winter. It was freezing cold. And I'm like, let me take a shower to warm up my body, put on the gas heater in my room, and then let me like shower so that I can feel refreshed and like my body doesn't feel so sick. You know, I always feel like bathing makes me feel better. Worst mistake. So I get in the shower, I'm taking a shower, and this evening until now I've gone to the toilet and I can't say anything significant has come out of me. And I'm in there in the shower, and I'm like, okay, let me brush my teeth because you know, it's time to brush my teeth. Let me just brush my teeth. So I take the toothbrush and I'm brushing my teeth, guys, and I just started throwing up. I was throwing up. My shower was basically orange. I was just throwing up everywhere. And then I started having a panic attack, and because I'm asthmatic, I was also having an asthma attack at the same time, and I just didn't know what to do with myself, guys. I was so sick. I got out of the shower, had closed everything, so my niece was in her room, so I couldn't even call her because I couldn't speak. I couldn't do anything. I was like really, really stuck. And yeah, so I think this is it. I just need to find something to fix up like there, the dark circles. So I'm gonna take this. This is a Revolution makeup stick. This is a contour stick that I use, and it's quite dark like that. I'm just gonna put a little bit of that on my contour areas and just get a little bit of color on my face. So guys, I'm like really sick and I'm having a panic attack. I'm having an asthma attack in my room. I can't find my pump, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't even reach my niece. So I just started banging the door. I was just banging the door, and then I made it to the living room, and she heard me. and I was telling her, look, I'm feeling so sick, something's wrong with me, I need to go to the hospital. And then, you know, I managed to calm down and to not make my asthma and my anxiety worse by being outside, opening all the windows, you know, all the things that you learn. And I did all of that just to try and help me calm me down. So here I am calm, and I have puke all over me. And finally she found my asthma pump actually, and she said to me, just go lay down, and then tomorrow morning we're going to the doctor if nothing is better. So I sleep. Now this morning is Friday morning. Friday morning, I wake up, I get in the car, I go see my GP, and I tell her what happened. And she said to me, you didn't even have to tell me that you're sick. Your face, you just look so different. I mean, I've been seeing this GP for like years. I've been seeing her for like 7, if I'm not mistaken. If you know, my counting of years is terrible because I just think of time, I don't know, in a funny way. So she said to me, Kalinga, you look very, very sick. Let me book you at the surgeon, and let me just find a surgeon for you because I think you need a surgery right now. So I'm freaking out. I'm thinking, okay, stay calm. Maybe you're gonna get to the surgeon. It's just gonna say you just need some medication, and everything's gonna be okay. So I'm like, okay, her name is Dr. Langridge. So I said, Dr. Langridge, please then find a surgeon. I'm sure that all I need is medication because the last time this happened to me, you just gave me medication and I was fine. For under my eyes, I'm going to use my anti-age eraser concealer from this I recently bought actually. This is from what Maybelline, this one. It's quite popular on Instagram. So this is the one that I'm gonna use. So she said to me, no problem, let me call Morningside Hospital and then let me make arrangements for you guys. Now, I've had like the worst experiences at Morningside Hospital. The doctors there, I just didn't feel like they cared. I didn't feel like they were on the ball and that they cared about how I'm doing, because when I was first there in 2016, they had me there with the same problems. They didn't help me. They were quite rude. So I'm not going to go back there. I don't want to be there. So this is what I say to her. I don't want to go back there. I don't want to be at that hospital. They don't care about me. They didn't take care of me last time. And you want to send me back to the same people who had me with the same problem, but they didn't help me then. So I'm not going there. That's what I said to her. So she said to me, okay, let's try Santen Clinic. I've never been to Santen Clinic. So I'm just going to take my sponge. And then this is the superhero spray from Switch Beauty, which I like to use while I'm putting on makeup. So I'm just going to put that right there. I'm going to wet my beauty sponge, and then I'm going to blend the highlighter and whatever I have going on my face. I look quite ridiculous. So I don't like to bring it down. I just like it to stay there, and then I'm going to blend it out everywhere that I need it. So she said, okay, so I know a surgeon at Santen Mediclinic and we're going to send you there. So don't get confused. There's Santen Mediclinic and then there's Morningside Mediclinic, and those are 2 different hospitals. And I say, okay, I will go then to Santen Mediclinic and I'll see the doctor there. So I was in her office around 1, and she spoke to the surgeon, and he said, okay, let her come in at 2:30. I'll be available at 2:30. So I was like, okay, this is perfect. I'm just going to take my time driving there. Guys, where was the strength of driving there? I have no idea. I had it and I was using it. So I said, okay, I'm just going to drive slowly there and then I'm going to get there. So I had to get from Santen City to Santen Mediclinic. Santen City, which is like in Santen Central, and then Mediclinic, which is like in Branston. I have to get there as soon as possible, and then he's going to see me. So I get to him, he sees me, he sees under my eyes, he sees all of that, and he says, you know what? Let's do some tests, let's do an MRI, let's do all of these things, and let's just see what's up with you, what's going on with you. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that. I'm so scared of needles, guys. I don't like needles. And he said, I need blood tests right now, and then go straight to the rooms there for an MRI. So I do my blood tests. They go to him. I go to the main building to do my scan. And when I'm finished, guys, God loves me so much. So this is what happened. They put me in the scan, they scan me, and as soon as I'm stepping out of it, there's no electricity. Meaning that if I hadn't been scanned yet, we're never going to know what the problem was, and I was never going to get treatment. Dear God, this is why prayer is important, and just faith, you know, having faith in God, in the universe, and all of that, and trusting that the process is going to be fine for you. So I go back to the surgeon, I get there, and he looks at me blank. He's just like, you know what? We need to go in for your surgery right now. If I don't do this, we're going to lose you. Guys, I was like, what? This was my reaction. I said to him, you know what? I'm sure you can give me a medication. I'm just blending this so that I can remove all this whiteness. I'm blending it with my same foundation brush just to remove all the white residue. So I'm like, I'm sure that you can give me a medicine or something. I'm sure that there's something you can give me and I'm gonna be all right. Please don't tell me you have to cut me open. I've never been cut open before and I just don't want to do it. He said, Kalenga, I have to do it. If I don't do this, you're not gonna be here tomorrow. Guys, I was so, even now that I'm telling you the story, I'm like shivering. My leg under the table is like going, you know, I was so scared. So I'm gonna take, you guys know this black opal invisible powder. This is the one that I like. I'm gonna take that and I'm just gonna set my highlighter and then we're gonna continue with that. So I say to him, oh my God. So I'm walking behind him. We're going to the theater. He's trying to get the theater ready. And I'm like a nervous wreck. And I'm crying. And I'm just like, I don't want to do this. He turns around. He says to me, we need to do this right now. There's no choice, you know. And we get in the thingy. We get in like it's like a waiting area. So the hospital people must come and give me like some forms and that I have to fill in, and I must fill that in, and then I'm gonna go in for surgery. And then they also have to get approval, I think, for the theater, and then just to make sure that the doctor is allowed to work or that there's room, I think something like that. But they went to talk to the manager of the hospital to find out if there was space for me to have my operation. So I get there, there's the security guard, and I think there's like a receptionist lady. I don't know who she was really. I wasn't really paying attention because I'm like crying and losing my mind, you know. And she said to me, I'll be back. And then the doctor also says that he's coming back and that he's gonna see me just now. So he goes in with her, she follows him, and then I stay with the security guard now in this waiting area. So we are in this waiting area, and I'm crying. I'm calling everybody. I'm calling my sister. I'm calling my friends. I'm calling my brother. I'm calling everyone. My boss even. And I'm like, somebody needs to tell me that I don't need to do this, you know. I'm calling everybody, and I'm just like, please guys, I'm so scared. I'm scared I'm gonna die here if they open me up. And you know, with the trauma of my brother having passed away from going to the hospital, like in 2018, I was like, what if I get in there and I never come out? What if I never come back? You know, I'm gonna use the same thing to set my entire face because, you know, oily skin. So I'm like, what if I never come out of here? So everybody's like, oh my God, just stay strong. And because it's COVID, I can't go with anybody. I can't go with my sister. I can't go with my friend. No one can even come visit me. I can't. So they've already told me, because it's COVID, you're going to do a COVID test, but nobody's coming to see you. And that's just how it works during Corona times. So I'm like crying on the phone. And then the secretary lady comes back. And then I say to her, please, let me speak to the surgeon. I'm sure that he doesn't have to do this. I'm sure that this is going to pass. It's happened to me before. And, you know, he must just sort of give me medication. Like I was given medication before, and then I'm going to be fine. So she dials him. She calls him on his phone or something. And then I'm talking to him, and he says to me, Kalenga, I have dinner plans with my wife tonight. I'd rather be at that dinner than here. So if I'm doing this, it's because I must do it right now. Guys, me plus anger and fear and anxiety and all of that were all mixed in one bowl at that moment. I said, oh my God, this doctor doesn't give a shit, because he'd rather be at home than be here with me to treat me. So how is he gonna do a surgery with me if he doesn't care and he just wants to be somewhere else? So in that moment, this is how I understood what he said to me. And I was like, God, he's gonna kill me. He's not gonna take care of me. He's gonna just let me die on that table. I was so scared. So I called my therapist and I'm like, please pick up. And this was after hours, and my therapist doesn't work until 4, I think. So I'm like, let me just speak to my therapist, because she needs to help me rationalize what's happening right now and to just help me through all of these things. So I called my therapist. So guys, I'm done with all of this. I'm gonna start doing my eyebrows and my eyeshadow. So my eyes are set, everything's set, my face is set, and then I'm gonna powder contour as well. So I'm not really worried about the fact it's still a little bit dark. I don't think you can see that well on the camera. So I still have like my contour cream underneath there, even though I've applied the powder. So everything's fine. It's just that I also like to powder contour or to bronze my face, just to, you know, give my face some dimension. I call my therapist and I'm talking to her and I'm telling her about everything that's happened and what's happening. And then she said to me, when he said that to you, how did that make you feel? Guys, I said to her, you know what? I feel like if I go in there, he's not gonna care whether I make it or not. He's just gonna open me for whatever reason. And she said to me, this guy wouldn't open you up if it wasn't a serious reason. So I'm taking my hula hoop toasted from Benefit Cosmetic, which is my bronzer, and I'm just gonna use some of this into my crease. Like I said, I don't know what I want, so I'm just going with the flow. So she's like, so if he doesn't care about you, you know, he's not gonna be doing this right now, and him saying that to you is to show you how serious it is and how he just wants to help you and make sure that you're all right. Please just go and follow the doctor's advice and get help, because you are in pain and you need to be treated right now. So I'm like, okay. So at this stage, I'm like feeling a little bit more straight. So I'm like, okay, let me calm down and let me just focus on what's about to happen. Let me put myself together for what's about to happen. So my therapist was a huge help. Well, everybody I spoke to was a huge help. My therapist really calmed me down. I mean, I'm so grateful for her. That woman is just amazing. And then, so I go in, the secretary lady makes me sign all the papers. She comes to pick me up, and then I go in, they put me on like a bed, so I change and all of that. And then the anesthesiologist, I think that's what you call them, he comes in and he's like, no, I'm your anesthesiologist today, and this is what I'm going to be doing. I know I heard you're scared of needles, but just stay calm. These are not going to hurt, and you're going to be asleep soon, and then we're going to do everything. And then he says to me, that actually when my doctor called Morningside Hospital, he was actually contacted because they thought I was going to go there. So he was contacted to be my anesthesiologist there as well. So, you know, happens that he's also here for me. And I'm like, okay, this is like good. So God is doing something nice for me right now. So he's like, okay, so I'm going to put you to sleep and this is what's going to happen. So I'm asking him all these questions about the surgery because the surgeon wasn't there. And I'm assuming that he also had to sort of get ready to do this. I mean, I'm assuming that opening somebody up is not something easy. So he's explaining all the stuff to me, and he says to me, this is what it is, this is the problem that you have. So what was happening is that my gallbladder was leaking into my gut, and I had like dead bowel in my gut. So if they didn't drain me and like fix the gallbladder and do all those things, guys, it was gonna be bad. So he explains to me the procedure, and he explains to me how the needles are going to feel when he's making me go to bed. So all I remember from the time I'm talking to him to the time I'm going to the room, to the theater, I'm just asking questions. Like, I just remember babbling about a lot of questions. I was just like, oh, and then what's going to happen? And then he's just explaining to me. And then we get to this room, and then I see the lights, like, you know, the lights all over the place, and we get there, and you know, I hear music. There's like, I think they were playing Amapiano. I think so, because this is what I remember. Unless my brain is wired on Amapiano 24/7, but this is what I remember from that time. So I like this blend actually. This is actually quite pretty. So I'm just gonna keep blending this because I just wanted to blend it out nicely, especially outward. So we get into this room, I see all these lights, and that's the last thing I remember. I think that this guy had already been making me sleep on the way to this room, and then I don't know if I fainted or if I slept, I don't know, but I slept. And then when I woke up the next day, it wasn't even the next day, it was at night, I was in ICU, and I just remember saying, pain, and there were all these nurses. I think they were trying to put me onto the bed or something. I think they just had finished with this, and I was in so much pain, guys. I was in so much pain. And then from just seeing all these lights and saying pain, 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 I think they put me back to sleep, and then I slept, and then I woke up in the morning. I mean, ICU, guys, ICU is like serious. And there's like all these people around me, all these things happening around me, and I'm just so overwhelmed. So I'm gonna put like, I want to put like a little bit of of a red. So I'm gonna take this Full Throttle palette from NYX, and I'm gonna put that on my, like, this one. I'm gonna put that onto my lid, and then I just want like a little bit of color right there. I'm using the same blending brush because I'm gonna blend this together with the what am I trying to say, with my crease color. Yeah, with the brown that I put in my crease. So I get there, and you know, I was in ICU for a while. I think I was there for almost 4 days. And guys, I'm gonna tell you the story of the ICU part some other time, because yo, the trauma that happened to me there. And then that was my first day of physio until the day I left the hospital. I was in hospital from end July until almost mid-August, I think. And I'm not so sure, but I think that was the longevity of my stay in hospital. My surgeon was also really great during my stay at the hospital. He was there every day, unlike when I was in Morningside and my surgeon was showing, my doctor was showing up like maybe a day later. I'm not trying to badmouth them, but you know, I'm just telling the truth. So I'm gonna put some of this is like a Kiko palette, and I wanna take some of that. This one is a bit shimmery. I'm gonna put that on my lid just to create a little bit shimmer. So I'm gonna use my finger. This is going on top of the burgundy color that I just applied, and I'm just gonna create like a little bit of shimmer. My surgeon was fantastic. I saw him still after I was let go to go home, because apparently during Corona they can't really keep people at the hospital for too long. And by the time I was going home, I was able to stand and do stuff. You know, I bought like stuff to sit on the toilet, and I bought like a lot of stuff for me to use at home while I was healing. And now it's 2 months post surgery. I can stand, I can sit, I can cook, I can wash dishes, I can clean, I can do like a whole lot of stuff without too much help from people. So yeah, I just think that if you ever need surgery, like abdominal surgery, you call me and I'm gonna send you to my surgeon. So that's what happened, guys. That's where I've been sick, I've been healing. I also didn't want to post too much onto Instagram because, you know, you guys would have had a lot of questions. You would have been asking me all these questions, and I just didn't want to be answering too much stuff. I just didn't want to be answering too many questions on social media. I just wasn't ready for that. So that's why I was like, guys, please give me just some time to figure my stuff out and just, you know, be sick. Let me be sick. I don't want to talk about skincare. I don't want to talk about all this stuff because I'm healing. So I'm doing much better. But what has happened in the past couple of weeks of my healing, I've been going to a nurse who's been looking after my wound. She's also been fantastic, Sister Angela. Guys, if I could review a hospital, I don't know how I can review this hospital, but those people really, really care. They really took care of me, and I'm like, if you had to ask me today, who do I go to? I'm gonna tell you Santa Mary Clinic. I just need to grab something for my eyebrows. I'll be back. I'm just gonna use this eye lure brow thing thingy here. I'm gonna use that to like it's like a sort of soap or like a glue, so it works like all these things that people use to like put soap on their eyebrows and all of that. So I'm gonna use that on my eyebrows. And so, like I was saying, if there's a way that I can review a hospital, they were really good to me. My surgeon, my doctor, even the GP that I was seeing in the hospital and all of that, they were really kind. The nurses were kind. The people who were bringing me food were kind. I met some amazing people in hospital, like amazing people. And it was just an experience like no other. I'm just going to pass my pencil in there just to color the spots that have like, you know, I have like all these places where I don't have eyebrows. I don't particularly want to draw anything in today, so I'm just gonna do that to define them, and I'm just gonna keep using my spoolie to just brush them up and give them some sort of shape. So yeah, guys, I've been going through a lot, and I'm just taking it one day at a time. I don't want to overwhelm myself with things that I can't do, filming and promise you things that I can't achieve. I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to bronze my face now. I'm going to use the same Toasted from Hoola. And I'm going to take this brush. This is an angled brush from Lottie. And I'm going to bronze my face. So yeah, this is what's been happening. I just wanted to come over here and tell you that my in and outs on like social media and all of that have been caused by my health. So this is a time when I need to focus on myself and what's happening with me, my mental state, and all of that, you know. And also I've been having so much drama at work, so dealing with being sick and having drama at work is also like a lot. So, you know, so if you see me a little bit withdrawn, this is what is happening. And I'm just trying to process everything that's happening in my life, running my business, being working and doing what I do, and doing YouTubing and all of that, being here as well. It's quite a lot when you're dealing with your health, because it's your body that's actually trying to communicate, or that's actually failing you in to some extent. And you know, I just want to make sure that everything is okay before I commit myself full time to anything. So yeah, I would definitely update you guys. I wanted to vlog my colonoscopy. I don't know if they're gonna allow me to do that, but if they do allow me to do that, then I'm gonna vlog that, and then I'm gonna share that with you guys. And yeah, that is what's happening. I mean, I've told you the whole story. I mean, you know the whole story now. And I just want to say thank you. I don't know if these people I was with at the hospital are ever going to see this video. I'm needing like a highlighter. So I got this from Switch Beauty recently. I really like it. It's very pretty. I'm actually liking that. I don't know if you can see. There. It's a highlighting palette, and I'm gonna use the one called Finesse, which is that one right there. So yeah, health is wealth, guys. And I just want to say that if you have something going on with you, you're not feeling well and all of that, please go see the doctor as soon as you can, because if I had gone a little bit earlier, it was actually going to help me, and it was not going to be as worse as it was if I had just gone a little bit earlier. So yeah, but I'm doing okay. I'm eating better. I'm sleeping better. Of course, I have to sleep on my side. I can't really exercise yet or do things that are too strenuous to my body just yet. But in about January, February, I'll be able to go back to the gym and just live my life normally. I'm just gonna take this breath. Yeah, laying my highlighter because I've been a little bit excited right there. Like, wow, I went a little crazy. So I'm just gonna blend everything together. This. Whoop, I look fine. And then for my lips, I want to go glossy, but I wanted to wear this Milani lipstick. This one is in Teddy Bear, and I'm just gonna use a brown lip liner to just, before I get it on there. I'm just using the same one I use on my eyebrows because, you know, it's okay. So if you're feeling in any way you're unwell, go as early as possible. And you know, even though this has probably been happening to me since I was very young, this is the time that this has actually, my body has actually been manifesting the symptoms, because it's not like this happened yesterday. It's been happening for a very long time. So at least thank God that I have medical aid, because I can't imagine having to pay all those hospital bills by myself. It's expensive. This is why, guys, we need to be consistent. You and I both need to be consistent on this platform. And yeah, I'm just gonna apply some of that onto my lips. I don't want the matte lip. I'm not in the mood for that. I'm just gonna apply that. And then I'm gonna take this lip gloss from, this is Glossy Boots from Woolworth. And I'm just going to put that a little bit on top, just to kind of pick up on the shimmer that I have going on in my eyes. And you know, while I was in hospital, I was basically documenting everything to show you guys. But then now I feel like maybe I'm going to keep that private, you know. Maybe I'm going to just keep that to myself and not let you see something so hectic. Because that's hectic, to be honest. This was the story of where I have been, what's been happening with me, my surgery story, and all of that. And I will let you know an update on my healing. And also, I know I'm gonna go through a hard time accepting that there's like this big scar like right in between my stomach. It's gonna take a long time to accept that, but that's just life. I hope tomorrow I'm gonna be able to vlog the colonoscopy. And if you've watched this video, thank you so much. If it's the first time that you're here, please subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Hopefully it's gonna be the vlog that I'm talking about. And guys, thank you so much for your support, for everybody that DM'd me every single day that I was in hospital, everyone that sent me flowers, everyone that came to visit me, everybody that just has been there for me, my friends, my family, everybody. I am so grateful for you, for having been there for me. And I don't want to cry because I'm gonna miss my makeup. But I am so grateful, and thank you, God, for giving me another chance, and thank you to my surgeon for giving me tough love and for making me go into that room, because I think if he was one of those people who were like, you don't have to come in, I would have gone home. And thank you to my therapist as well for having been there the entire time I was in hospital. She spoke to me. That means a great deal to me. And just thank you for everybody that has supported me. So I'll see you guys in my next video. And yeah, I am back, and I'm back at work. We gotta hustle, we gotta make this paper. So I am back. I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you guys. Bye bye. Oh, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay, I have fun videos.